Mrs. Brewster, it's got to be done. The papers are signed, and he's going along with the superintendent.
Oh, we won't permit it. We'll promise to take the bugle away from him.
We will not be separated from Teddy.
I'm sorry, ladies, but the law is the law. He's committed himself, and he's going.
Well, if he's going, we're going too.
Yes, you'll have to take us with him.
Well, why not?
Well, that's sweet of them to want to go, but we don't take sane people at Happydale.
Mr. Witherspoon, if you let us live there with Teddy, we promise that Happydale will be in our will and for a very generous amount.
Well, the Lord knows we can use the money, but I'm afraid.
Now, let's be serious about this, ladies. For instance, here I am wasting my morning when I have serious work to do. You know there are still murders to be committed in Brooklyn?
Yes. Oh, you mean there are?
It's not only his bugle blowing and the neighbors all afraid of him, but things will just get worse. Sooner or later, we're going to have to be put through the trouble of digging up your cellar.
Our cellar?
Yeah, your nephew has been telling around that there are 13 bodies in your cellar.
But there are 13 bodies in our cellar.
If you think that's why Teddy has to leave, you come downstairs and we'll prove it to you.
Oh, but there's one, Mr. Spinalzo, who doesn't belong here, and he will have to leave. But the rest of them are our gentlemen.
I don't think the lieutenant wants to go down to the cellar. He was telling me only last year that he had to dig up a half-acre lot, weren't you, Lieutenant?
That's right.
Oh, you wouldn't have to dig in our cellar. Why, the graves are all marked. We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers? Superintendent, do you think you'll have room for these ladies?
Well, why don't you just let us take you down and show you the graves?
I'll take your word for it, lady. I'm a busy man. How about it, Super?
They would have to be committed.
Well, Teddy committed themselves. Can't they do it? Can't they sign the papers?
Why, certainly.
Well, then if we can sign the papers and we can go with Teddy, then we'll sign them. Where are they?
Yes, where are they?
Lieutenant, he's coming around.
Oh, good morning, Officer Klein.
Good morning, Officer Klein. Are you here too?
Yeah, me and Brophy got your other nephew out in the kitchen.
Well, sign them up, Superintendent. I want to get this all cleared up. 13 bodies in the cellar?
If you would sign right here.
And if you'll sign here then, Aunt Abby.
Oh, I'm so happy to be going. The neighborhood has changed so.
And just think, a front lawn again.
Oh, we're missing something.
What?
We need the signature of a doctor.
Oh, Dr. Einstein, won't you come over here, please?
Oh, but I think I must be...
We would like you to sign some papers, Dr. Einstein.
But please...
It'll only take a minute. Come. You know, at one time last night, I thought the good doctor was going to operate on me. Just sign right here, doctor.
Were you going somewhere, Doctor?
Yeah, I think I must go.
Aren't you going to wait for Jonathan?
I don't think we go to the same place.
Are you here, Elaine? Stick around, will you?
Well, don't worry, I'm going to.
Hello, Mac. Rooney. We picked up that fellow that was wanted in Indiana. There's a description of his accomplice. It's right there on the desk. Read it to me. 54 years of age, 5'10", 240 pounds, blue eyes. He speaks with a German accent.
Oh, God, damn it.
Poses as a doctor. Thanks. Bye.
It's all right, Lieutenant. The doctor's just completed the signatures.
Thanks, Doc. You've done Brooklyn a service.
Mr. Brewster, if you would sign here as next of kin.
All right here.
Yes, that's fine.
Now, does that make everything complete, everything legal?
Oh, yes.
Thank God. Now, aunties, you're safe.
When will you be ready to start?
Oh, why don't you go upstairs and tell Teddy what he can take along?
Upstairs?
I'll show you.
Oh, no, Mortimer, you stay here. We want to talk to you. It's just upstairs and turn to your right.
Well, Jonathan, now that we're leaving, this home really is yours.
Yes, we'd like you to live here now.
Oh, no, aunties, I couldn't stay here. This house is too full of memories.
Well, you need a place to live when you and Elaine get married.
Oh, darlings, that's very indefinite.
It's nothing of the kind. We're going to be married right away.
Well, Mortimer, there's something that we are very worried about.
Oh, don't worry. You're gonna love it at Happydale.
Oh, yes, we're very happy about the whole thing. That's just it. We don't want anything to go wrong.
Do you think they'd investigate the signatures?
Oh, don't worry. They're not gonna look up Dr. Einstein.
It's not his signature, dear. It's yours.
Yes, you signed as next of kin.
Well, of course. Why not?
Well, you see, dear, this is something that we never really wanted to have to tell you, but you're a man now, and Elaine has a right to know, too. You see, dear, you're not really a Brewster.
No. Your mother came here as a cook, and 3 months afterwards you were born. She was such a lovely woman, and she was such a good cook, and we didn't want to lose her, so brother married her.
So, I'm not really a Brewster?
Now, don't feel too terribly bad about it.
And it doesn't bother you either, Elaine?
Elaine? Do you know what this means? Do you understand? I'm a bastard.
Well, I really must see to breakfast.
Oh, no. Mortimer's coming over to my house. Father's gone to Philadelphia, and we're going to have breakfast together.
Oh, after the night I had, I can use some coffee.
I'll bet you'll be wanting to get to bed.
I do.
One moment, Witherspoon. Take this with you.
We won't take the wagon. My police car is parked out front.
Are you leaving, Jonathan?
Yes, he's going to Indiana. There are some people there that want to take care of him for the rest of his life.
Well,
Come
I'm
on.
so glad that you have some place to go, Jonathan.
We're leaving, too.
Yes, we're going to Happydale.
So then this house is seeing the last of the Brewsters.
Unless Mortimer wants to live here.
I have a suggestion to make. Why don't you turn it over to the church?
Oh, we never thought of that.
After all, it should be part of the cemetery.
All right, keep going. I'm a busy man.
Goodbye, aunties. I can't even my record now, but neither can you. I have that satisfaction. The score stands even, 12-12.
Jonathan was always such a mean boy. Could never stand to see anyone get ahead of him.
Wish we could show him that he's not so smart. Mr. Witherspoon, would you like to sit down for a minute? Does your family live with you at Happydale?
Oh, I have no family.
Well, I suppose you consider everyone at Happydale to be your family.
Well, no, you don't understand. As head of the institution, I have to remain quite aloof.
Oh, it must be very lonely for you.
It is, but my duty is my duty.
Well, Martha, seeing as Mr. Witherspoon can't stay with us for breakfast, it's only right that we should offer him a glass of our elderberry wine.
Elderberry wine?
We make it ourselves.
Why, yes. But of course, at Happydale, our relationship will be much more formal. But here, you don't see much elderberry wine anymore. I thought I'd had my last glass of it.
Oh, no.
Here you are.